part of the segment, exciting part of the show that we talk about. Definitely, we go ahead and we say this is our Mount Rushmore of something, right? And we had a Mount Rushmore, and I thought it was a really, really good subject. You can see in the background.
Of
Mount
course, you thought it was
Rushmore.
a good subject. You came up with it.
Mount Rushmore of college running backs of all times. Wow. Right. Good subject here. The Mount Rushmore college.
Did you just pat yourself on the back when you said good subject here and you the one that decided on the subject? Is that what you're doing? Self pat patting?
Look, he just hit him with he wanted to hit him with the other thing bad, bro.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Caitlin versus Paige, who the coldest white chick in the WNBA too, though.
We got that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So how do you guys want to separate this out? Do we want to go?
Let's explain it. Let's explain how we did it.
Okay.
And I think we go graphic, talk about your first one, then your graphic, talk about your first one, then we just go through the line.
Okay.
Yes. So how we did this to make it fair, we had a lottery, okay, just like an NFL lottery or an NBA lottery. So we had to, and we did it fair because Tate's wife chose a number that we had to pick between, and to make it fair, she wrote the number down. Tate didn't see it, so we ended up going through the process. Tate picked first. I ended up picking second. Maud picked third. But the rule was, if you took a player, another guy couldn't take that player, because we realize and know that the Mount Rushmore is way more than 4 concerning college running backs. So we wanted, and there's some guys that we got like a one guy out. All of us will have a pick for one guy that didn't make it, but to give a barrage of players to say, okay, these guys deserve looks concerning Mount Rushmore for college football's greatest running backs. So, I'm kicking back to you, bro.
I think real quick, I think what G's saying, I agree. He said it perfectly. But I think if we just all pick the Mount Rushmore college running backs, we might only talk about 5 or 6 running backs.
Yeah.
As it stands now, we're gonna talk about 12 because we all picked a different 4.
Correct.
And how it worked was I won the raffle. I'm the suckiest team in the league. I got the number 1 pick, and they went 1, me first, my second, no, G second, my third. Then my got to pick back to back. They can't snake. Then 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we pick like that.
And chat, make sure that you guys sound off. Tell us what you think about these picks, and talk about exactly what you would like to talk about. Who do you think we missed as well? So we're gonna start off with Tate.
In the live chat, put in order who got the best list. If it's G, Mod, Tate, listed like that, just list the 3 to see when we get to the end who you think had the best list. And keep in mind, we couldn't pick the same players. So,
and this was based on college. This had nothing to do with the NFL. So this is what happened for the 3 or 4 years in college. Nothing to do with the league.
I'm gonna let you talk about that, Big G, yourself, Big G. We talk about your number 1 overall pick for you.
All right. So Tate, I'm gonna put your list up here, man. Go ahead and talk about your first guy off your list.
First guy off my list, man, is Bo Jackson, Auburn University. I had Bo's stats pulled up. Then I had to go look at my baseball standings. Hold on. But no, yeah, I got Bo Jackson. I got his Bo had like 4,600 yards, 45 total touchdowns in 3 years at Auburn. We know he was a 2-sport athlete. He's one of the most amazing athletes in history. He probably was on the Hall of Fame track in the NFL. But oh wow, Afton agreed. Great minds think alike. Afton, Big G won't do it for you no more. But I'm gonna give you the double salute. Both ways, Ashton.
And I'm gonna put our graphics up last after we talk about it, so that way everybody will get a chance to talk about their list.
So I got Bo Jackson, Heisman Trophy winner, his last year in college. So And Ashton validated my pick. She'd have picked Bo #1 overall too. So if Ashton said it, that means it's boss. That means it's right. So thank you.
All right. And G, who was your guy?
The greatest college running back that ever played. Archie Griffin.
You sold that one.
The greatest college. He's the only 2-time Heisman Trophy winner, only 2-time Walter Camp Award winner, only 2 times SN Player of the Year, 2-time UPI player, Chick Harley 2-time, 2-time unanimous All-American, but still made another All-American team, 2-time Big Ten Most Valuable Player, 3-time First Team All Big Ten, and his number is retired. When you start talking about his guys, he's got these other guys, and I'm not taking nothing away from them. But when you start talking about double ups, 2 and 3 of the same award, and keep in mind, they didn't have Doak Walker Award back when Arch played. They didn't have that. So he'd have won that 2 and 3 times. So the deal is, when you look at the collegiate, Arch Griffin is the greatest running back that ever played. Collegiate. There will never be another 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. Never. Never. It'll never happen again. And Arch will hold that title through history.
Okay, I like that. I mean, usually G can never convince me of anything. He actually won that argument with me. Archie Griffin, collegiately, was a really good college running back. In the pros, he was trash, but collegiately, he did what he was supposed to.
Hey, Big G, that was kind of a backhanded slap at your Archie Griffin pick when he said he was trash in the pros.
I mean,
we wasn't supposed to bring up pros.
And can I say this too about Arch, and I'm gonna leave it alone? Arch shared a backfield with Pete Johnson and Keith Byers. Archie Griffin, Pete Johnson, and Keith Byers was all on the same freaking team at Ohio State. He shared a backfield with them, and he still won the Heisman back-to-backs.
He did. He did his thing.
Yeah.
My pick, first round, was none other than the greatest, Barry Sanders. This is the only stat that I could give you. Of course, he won the Heisman. Barry, 11 games, 2,628 yards, and 37 touchdowns. That's a monster season. That is a season like college football hasn't seen since. And Barry Sanders was the guy. Barry Sanders was definitely the guy. And that's my first round pick. My second round pick, because I went back to back.
We go to the snake route, just like a fantasy football pick.
My second pick was Ricky Williams. No brainer for me, man. He broke Tony Dorsett's record that had been standing for 2 decades. Ricky had 6,279 yards, 72 touchdowns. Like I said, he broke Tony Dorsett's record. Something that most people don't know, he had 1,450 some odd yards in his senior season. 968 of those were after contact.
That is facts. That's big facts, man.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. So Ricky Williams, to me, he's the second back for me, picked on my Mount Rushmore. G, it's on you.
Hey, so listen, man. I'm not taking nothing away from Bo Jackson or nothing away from Barry Sanders. And because they took those 2 guys, because that would have been one of my picks. But I had to go with this next guy because they robbed him. The next pick for me is Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush should have won 2 Heisman trophies. Matt Leinart shouldn't have won 2 Heisman trophies. It should have been Reggie Bush for both of them years that the Trojan Boys. The year that they lost to Texas in the national championship and the year before. Reggie Bush was the most electrifying college football player maybe in the history of college football. Reggie Bush could catch the ball out of the backfield. He could, listen, if he broke clean through the initial wave of wide line of scrimmage, he was to the house. And look at his stats concerning receiving, running, and kickoff and punt returns. If you could do all the comparison with all these other guys, dog, Reggie Bush back there catching punts and catching kickoffs and housing them. Reggie Bush was that dude, dog. Reggie Bush was that dude. So listen, Mount Rushmore, because we can't pick the same guys. Reggie Bush, my number 2, bro. He my number 2, man.
Yeah, they like it. They're loving it, Big G. They're loving it. Take Boy Fresh. What time is it? It's time for your second pick on the Mount Rushmore.
Well, man, both y'all picks are very good. Big G's, both his picks so far, Archie Griffin, Reggie Bush, were definitely electric players. And man, arguably one is a two-time Heisman winner, and the other one could have been another Heisman. My Barry Sanders, I slept on that one completely. Completely. Great pick. Ricky Williams, you homer a little bit, you know. But my second pick, and I think this is why by the end of this thing, we put the graphics up and asked for a vote. I killed the Mount Rushmore because I turn around. I only gotta get Bo Jackson. I get Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, man. Y'all know what Herschel Walker was at the University of Georgia in college. Now, I don't agree with his politics. I think his politics are bad. But as a football player, Herschel Walker was the beast. Herschel Walker was three-time SEC. You know anything about SEC? Three-time SEC Player of the Year. Walter Camp, Maxwell, Heisman, Chip, National Championship. First black man ever to get paid by Donald Trump because he didn't go to the NFL coming out of the college. He went to the USFL and New Jersey Generals. Donald Trump was the owner of New Jersey General. First running back to make $1 million a year. That was Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker. And Trevor, we'll get to that question before we get off the air. Go ahead, Tate.
So yeah, no. And I also want to say this about my list right now. My list, every player I picked, and we'll reveal the other ones as we go. Every player I picked got a Heisman Trophy, and 3 of the 4 got national championships. So I'm just selling my guys ahead of time. Oh wow, what Brent House say? What Brent House say? Thanks, Brent. That's a football man right there. That's a football man. Wait, and I get to go again, right? Wait to hear my next pick.
No, you do get to go again. Yeah.
And my next pick is Heisman Trophy winner, national championship winner. His guy broke this guy's record, but at a different time. Tony Dorsett is my third round pick. Tony Dorsett won national championship at Pitt, national championship, Heisman Trophy, had the most yards in college football record before Ricky Williams broke it. I mean, and he's a Dallas Cowboy. We're not talking about the pros, though. We're not talking about the pros. I'm talking about what he did in college for my great college running back team. So, yeah, Tony Dorsett. So far, I'm at Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker, Tony Dorsett. Game over. To hear the 4th pick, then you're like, oh, man, Tate, you can't lose. But, no, G, it's your turn now, right?
It's on you, Big G.
Yeah, but listen to this. So, Tate, how many Heisman trophies you got? How many players
4.
you got?
4.
4. And how many Heisman trophies you got? 3, right? 3 Heisman trophies, right?
Who talking? Am I talking to me?
I'm talking to you, Tate. You got 4 players you picked, and you got 3 Heismans, right?
I got 4. All players got Heismans. All 4 of them.
Okay, so now I'm on my 3rd pick, and I got 4 Heismans. I'm on my 3rd. I ain't even picked my 4th dude, and I got 4 Heismans.
Yeah, 2
by Arch, 1 by Reggie Bush, and 1 by the Tyler Rose.
Do we got it, Reggie Bush?
Yeah, he got his Heisman back.
Okay, no, that's fair. Took him 20 years to get it.
Yep, the Tyler Rose himself, Earl Campbell. Earl was a dog. Campbell was the
best running back in Texas history.
In history, it ain't even close. In history, Earl Campbell, for y'all that don't know history about football, Earl Campbell was the first I formation running back that you couldn't stop. In the history, you talking about the Bo Jacksons and the Herschel Walkers, the Tyler Rose stat up in the I formation. Everybody knew he was getting the ball, and you couldn't stop the Tyler Rose, dog. Earl was like that. Earl Campbell, listen, I'm telling you, as far as Texas, without Earl, there is no Texas football. Without Earl, there is none. Yeah, Doak Walker's and the awards are named after him. Get him out of here, big trash. But Earl Campbell was that dude, dog. Earl Campbell, I mean, I ain't got to pull up his stats, but I'm telling you, he rushed for damn near 2,000 just one season. Earl killed them boys and down there in Texas, man. He ruled the Southwest Conference. Earl ruled, and he was the first running back, like I said, that you can go back in history and look at that was in that eye. Because people say, well, Jim Brown plays split backs. with Ernie Davis. I look it up.
Ernie did.
Tyler
Ernie
Rose.
went there. Ernie went there at the same time.
Number 44, whoever that was at Syracuse with Jim Brown, they ran a 2-back set.
Yeah,
they
Ernie
ran a
was there.
single back.
Ernie came
They
out.
ran with a fullback. They ran a fullback in Texas, and he destroyed them. They couldn't stop him, man. They couldn't stop him.
And I mean, Earl to this day, you know, because of the wear and tear his legs took, you know, it looked like it. But
and shout out to the Earl Campbell sausage.
Lord
have mercy.
Earl.
the Technomod, you don't know nothing about that. That's that Texas barbecue, bro.
Lord have mercy. Don't know nothing about Earl Campbell sausage.
Hey, that Texas barbecue is banging.
It's a brand of
the Earl Campbell sausage.
I'm talking about how it sounds.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And for the record, I don't tell nobody this, but since it came up, my middle name is Earl. And Big G, you would never know nothing about my sausage brand.
Yeah, but the Tyler Rose is a dog. He's a dog.
All right.
So let's get
off of that.
You get out of it by getting in
it. my next pick here is the one who beat Ricky's record. You know, Ricky beat Tony Dorsett and set the bar really high. And this guy came right behind him, Ron Dane, for the Wisconsin Badgers between 1996 and 1999, 7,125 yards rushing, 71 touchdowns on 1,220 carries. He was a workhorse. Ron Dane, garbage in the pros, but I'm telling you, in college, he was electric. He was electric. When he got the ball, he was definitely a workhorse for the Wisconsin Badgers. Last one, but not least, I just had to give it to LT because LaDainian Tomlinson, in 11 games, got real close to Barry Sanders. 11 games, 2,158 yards, 22 touchdowns, won the Doak Walker. He said runs the 4-7. He won the Doak Walker, but he was fourth in the Heisman voting. And if they would have recast that Heisman, he still wouldn't win it. I'm just going to tell you, he wouldn't still win. Drew Brees was right there above him. But the other two quarterbacks
Drew Brees didn't win the Heisman, did he?
Drew Brees was third in that voting.
Well, who won the Heisman that year?
Hinkie.
Chad trash. Big trash. Florida State's trash. Get out of here.
Big old trash. And the next one I think was Werfel. So I think
horribleness.
It was two garbage folks, and then it was Drew Brees, then it was LaDainian Tomlinson. And that's my list. You know, that's my list. I can go ahead and flash my graphic here real quick because that's my Mount Rushmore list right here. That is Barry Sanders, Ricky Williams, LaDainian Thompson, and Ron Dane. In college, these guys were monsters. Not to mention that LaDainian could catch the ball out of the backfield, and I could have put his receiving numbers there. That's a great group. Big G.
How many chips you got? Natties. How many natties?
0.
No national championships in there at
all.
all.
All right.
Nary. Look, nary one. I'm showing my countryness. This is nary national championship.
I know what nary mean, but that old muddy water and sea dry land, I don't know nothing about it.
All right, Big G, your last pick.
You might as well throw my graphic up there right now because I got Heisman trophies and national chips all over there. Ladies and gentlemen, for y'all don't know who that last dude is with the Boomer Sooner jersey on, that might be the greatest running back in modern football history. All day, Adrian Peterson, from the time he stepped foot at the University of Oklahoma, he was a true dog. He was a true dog. He dominated college football for 3 straight years in a row. Nobody could do nothing with him. And, oh, by the way, he got him a Chipson. So he got him a chip over there with Oklahoma, and he actually brought Oklahoma back and put him on the map. Yes, he did.
He ain't getting no chip.
He didn't get no chip. Nope.
Damn, so he just left, and then they got a chip. Okay, I got it. I feel you. But as far as modern football, Adrian Peterson, dog, was a killer. He was a killer. Like I said, in modern football, last 25 years, that's the greatest running back that's done played. In the last, from 2000 to now, There's the greatest running back to play college football.
I can totally agree with you. He set the prototypical type for this generation of running back. So, definitely can agree. Tate, your last running back, your guy on Mount Rushmore.
My last guy was one of my favorite running backs growing up. Probably in my top 3. Marcus Allen, USC, Heisman winner, national championship winner, was the second running back ever to go over 2,000 yards in college, so he was kind of ahead of his time. Was a great pro, played for a lot of years. Marcus Allen, his collegiate accolades were Heisman Trophy, first national championship, Heisman Trophy, Maxwell Award winner, Walter Camp, UPI Player of the Year, Sports Network Player of the Year, SCN, what's SCN? Sporting News Player of the Year, unanimous All-American. The year before that, second team All-American, Pac-10 Player of the Year, 2-time first team All Pac-10, and his number 33 is retired. Yeah, Mr. Wussy forgot about Marcus Allen. I think that Nate's supposed to be Tate. Thanks, Pun. But yeah, Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker, Tony Dorsett, Marcus Allen. Hey, it was easy. It was easy. So I'm not even gonna look at the comments, man, because I already know I wrapped this thing up. Between the 3 of us, we know who got the best running. Everybody's team is great. The only reach I think would have been Ron Dane. Even though I respect everything he did, I don't think he was explosive. There was Barry Alvarez style of playing football. I mean, because not many running backs that were there that played in this system, good running backs that, they carry the load, workhorses, but no explosion. No explosion. So I think Ron Dane like that. I think maybe could have been another guy or two that would have went over Ron Dane, but I think everybody else was great.
Right. And so Tate's list here. This is Big G's list again.
Arch Griffin, Reggie Bush, the Tyler Rose, Earl Campbell, and Adrian Petersons.
Right. And here's my list again. Of course, Barry Sanders, Ricky Williams, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Ron Dane. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The fact that we couldn't pick, all of us probably pretty much agreed on 3 of the same running backs. But I think, being able to expand and say, hey, we want to talk about these guys, give you kind of some insight.
And I brought up OJ too. Y'all know I brought up OJ. OJ and Marcus Allen was my.
Hold on, because we got our first man out, and we're going to talk about that. But this being giving us an opportunity for each person's list to be expansive and us talk about different running backs who probably wouldn't have gotten no shine had we not had this whole conversation. And we did it the way that we did. And I'm super impressed with the KnoItAllZ for putting together a great list on each one of us. I will give you a list. The number 1. G, I will say your list was number 2. I really
give him the big bull.
I like my list, but hey, it is what
it is. You want the boo, Big G?
The big bull.
My, because you ranked me number 1.
Boo. Boo. You can't turn it up so they can hear it. Say, do it one more time. The big bull. Bull. The big bull. Get out of here. Bull. Boo. Boo do you take? But you did have a great list though. I ain't gonna talk crazy.
I think everybody did.
Yeah, I think go ahead.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say I think because I won, I picked first in that one. I'll pick last in the OLI list, the outside looking in list. The last person you can add.
And since I lost, I'll go first. First person out for me was Jim Brown. Scary, man. Scary. He had a game with 22 carries, 197 yards, 8 yards a carry, 6 touchdowns, and 7 extra points in one game against Colgate. It was just stupid. Like
who you think? You said Jim Brown?
Jim Brown. And listen, his career stats in 56, 986 yards, third most in the country at that time, 14 touchdowns. And like I said, he scored 6 rushing touchdowns in a game. He was consensus All-American that year, and he won. He was 5th in the Heisman Trophy. He didn't win the Heisman Trophy that year, but Jim Brown was a monster when it came to my college football, and he was my first man out. G.
Mm-hmm. Eric Dickerson. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. ED for SMU and the Pony Express, and considering the fact that he shared the backfield with Craig James, I mean, come on, dog. Now they was cheating. Ifs, ands, buts about it. They got the death penalty. I mean, they was NIL before there was NIL. They was down there cheating. Bros was getting cars and money and bags and this, that, and this. But the Pony Express at SMU, they didn't throw the ball. They did not throw the ball, bro. They didn't throw it. They ran it, and you couldn't stop it. So Eric Dickerson is my first guy out. I mean, like I said, man, damn, he was a dog in college. But, man, he just couldn't make the list because all the rest of those guys had an exciting career, man, in the collegiate level, bro.
They were paying everyone cheating.
Yeah, they weren't paying everybody. They wasn't paying everybody. Everybody wasn't getting paid. Back then.
No, the SMU, why do you think they got the death penalty?
The ball boys got paid at SMU.
Yeah, they were cheating.
The ball boys, the cheerleaders, everybody got some money.
Yeah,
at SMU, everybody got some money.
Claude, I have to say something. Not that when we were talking about this list, we're talking about Doak Walkers. We're talking about records that are still up. And Kajana Carter, he
ain't even the best Penn State running back. Saquon Barkley, the best. Matter of fact, Franco Harris, the best Penn State running back, and then Saquon Barkley.
So you might, if you're old enough, you might throw Kurt Warner in there too.
Show might say Franco, Kurt Warner, Saquon, then Kajana.
Yeah.
That was Claude bias right there, I think. But
yeah, get him out of here.
Oh, beast! Lawrence Phillips was a beast.
He was a beast.
Sleeper though. My OLI, it would be easy. Big pun, you just troll. Charles White was a dog though, but
And punishment at a comment talking about Marcus Allen was in the eye. No, he split the backfield. He was back there with White and the other dude.
With Charles White.
They shared the backfield. He didn't dot no eye like the Rose, dog.
But I will say, it'd be easy to take one of the guys you guys named already, and I think both you guys, Jim Brown, all-time great, even in college, but smashing Colgate is smashing Colgate. No facts.
Facts. A bunch of plumbers.
Big G, you had Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson is my all-time favorite running back. Period.
He a dog.
Yeah.
A dog.
But I'm gonna go with one nobody said because I dare to be different. But what I am going to do, I saw Rashawn Salam up there.
Oh, yeah. He had a hell of a one season. He killed
Larry Johnson the beast. Oh, in Penn State, Larry Johnson is a beast, too. But yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and take one. You know what? I'm going to add a Heisman to my room again, too. Another Heisman. You guys didn't add Heisman to your room. So I'm going to add a Heisman. Not saying nobody said no OJ, no Rashawn Salam, no none of them people said already because I stick my chest out there and stand out there on my own, right? That's what Tate do. So I'm going to go ahead and say one from the Ohio State University.
Yeah.
George.
Yeah, let's go Bucks.
Heisman winner. I think like 1,800 some yards. That year he had like a 290 some yard rushing game? That was the record till Trey Sermon broke it in the Big Ten championship a few years ago.
Almost 300. Against trash Notre Dame. Get Notre Dame out of here. But he killed them. Totally destroyed them.
Who destroyed Notre Dame?
Eddie George. He killed them.
Oh, yeah. No, OJ should be on the list. And I was between OJ and Marcus Allen for my last pick. But because I didn't want to be influenced by the live chat, I had to go somewhere different. Someone y'all didn't say. But Lawrence Phillips was a hell of a run. And another one, Big G, you know what I thought about? Mike Rozier.
Oh, he was a dog. He was a dog in Nebraska. He was a dog. He was a dog in Nebraska. He was a dog.
Okay.
A dog.
Kev, that's a good one. That's a good one, Kev. I like it.
Hey, you know who was sneaky nice in college too? And you got Reggie Bush was on the list. I got Reggie Bush on my Heisman, on my Mount Rushmore. But you know who was sneaky good in college? Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a dog. McCaffrey was a dog at Stanford.
He was.
He was a dog.
He was.
He was a
But
dog.
I'm not putting him ahead of nobody we named.
I would put Marshall Faulk before I would McCaffrey.
San Diego State. San Diego State out of here.
He got a point. We got a point with that too.
Yeah,
you got a point with that, Big G. But I still, player for player, I take Marshall Faulk over Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, in real life, but I'm talking about who he was.
And it's a tough one. Marshall Faulk or LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh,
not in college, in general.
Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk.
I got Marshall too.
Marshall Faulk.
But LT was a dog in college and in the pros.
Yeah, LT was a traditional running back.
You
know what I mean? But if you could line Marshall Faulk up at wide receiver, and he played.
LT could catch the ball, receive the ball,
but he could catch the ball coming out of the backfield, right? But you couldn't line him up.
That was no good, Big G. He just go right by mine. He don't even hear it no more. He don't hear stuff.
Yeah, look, you couldn't line LT up at wide receiver. You could do that with Marshall Faulk.
Let me tell you this. There's a quarterback in the NFL right now. Just got named second string quarterback. And what we know him for, he did this last year. Who I'm talking about?
That tapped out in the league?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was in the game and tapped out. I'm tired, coach. Take me out. Quarterback. Come on, man.
Who are you talking about?
I don't know.
Anthony Richardson did that.
Anthony did that?
Yeah.
He's tapped out. He told
he did.
Take me out.
He did.
So,
he did.
As great as he was, thank you, Kirk. As great as he was, when I see LaDainian Tomlinson, I see him in the biggest playoff game of his career, standing over here behind his shield with his trench on, his coat on.
Yeah,
so and Marshall Faulk was out there getting no matter what, winning and going to Super Bowls. Marshall Faulk all day.
Yeah,
that's
a
fact, Tate.
That's right about that. He was sitting behind the shield. He was sitting behind the shield.
Ain't no tapping out, bro. Ain't no tapping out.
No tapping out.
Emmett was good at Florida too. Emmett Smith was good at Florida.
Yeah,
Emmett was good, but Florida was trash.
Yeah, he wasn't like Florida State running back.
Ward Dunn.
I would put Warwick in the discussion. He was really, really good at Florida State. Really, really. And when Florida State was a powerhouse, definitely played the running back position the way that you should play it. He had great vision. He was durable. He was going to be in the game. And then he had a great pro career. I mean, of course, we're not talking about the pros, but Ward Dunn was really good in college.
Mm-hmm. There's this, the reason why we do these Mount Rushmores and stuff like that is because, of course, like now this football season, we're going to talk college football a lot on the channel. And, there's this thing going around, wide receiver you, running back you, quarterback you, defensive back you, and when you start compiling your you got to look at some of these guys that are at the top 1, 2, 3 at the position from a particular school, bro. So yeah, you if you're going to say you got to talk that mess. You got to talk, and then you can talk about like the current. So like right now, I'm saying Ohio State is wide receiver you. It's not even close, but that's because they have roots. You can go back to the Chris Carters and the Joey Galloways and then you got roots. And so now you come in with the Garrett Wilsons, the Chris Olaves, the Jackson Smith and Jukas, the Marvin Harrison Jr.'s, the Mecca Bukas, the Jeremiah Smiths, the greatest of all freaking time. You coming with dudes like that, bro, and now you can talk that about what the U is.
Mr. Woodsy, shout out to Ward Dunn. They done ran away with it, Big G, the last 10 years, Ohio State. But there's an argument. Wide receiver U2 is LSU.
So who? Because they got 3 dudes?
Who?
Odell Beckham, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase.
Jarvis Landry.
Trash.